Yo, what is up, you guys? It's Godson dudes. Welcome back, bros, to Clash of Clans. Today, dude, we're going to talk about some stuff that I think the game could use. This is going to be a wish list from me to Supercell. Hopefully, if they see this, we could bring some of these cool things to the game because, dude, I have a lot of ideas. I'm always just thinking, you know, what could we use in the game that would make it even better? And I think, you know, if Supercell does listen to the community, I think this is some good stuff that they could bring. If you also have your maybe 5 things that you would want to see in the game, go ahead and put it in the comments below. I know Supercell does listen because on their forums, a lot of people were suggesting stuff, and we did get night mode. Well, they actually expanded, and we went to the, you know, a whole new base, which is cool. Guys, I'm going to break down my top 5 things, so stay tuned. Okay, so guys, check it out. I'm going to break down 5 things. Here it is. In no particular order, I'm going to tell you what I feel could be like good update material and quality of life things. The quality of life is basically features that could be changed or tweaked to make the game better. And so here are my 5 things. First up, I have name changes. So, we already have, you can change your name, of course, but I'm talking about name changing for your clan, right? I've had my clan Battle Throne since the game really just came out. Since the game was introduced, I've had this clan and it's been over 6 years. It's great, but the problem is if you want to change or if you want to get a different clan, then you're going to have to start over. If you want to change your name, you'll lose your status, the 19 rank that we've got if you start over. And so changing your name would be awesome. So for example, if we have a clan called Art of War and my clan is Battle Throne, we could make or change the name to Throne War as a merge. I think that would be awesome. So, and I think that would be pretty cool. Coming up on number 2, dudes, it is the Troupe that I've been asking for. I think, you know, this would really help out with army creations because if you didn't know, a lot of times when you're making armies, you'll have 3 army camp spaces left over. And I think, dude, if we have a Troupe that is a 3 army camp space, let's take, for example, a Mega Minion. If Supercell brought a Mega Minion or something like a contraption Troupe or, you know, a Goblin that is 3 army camp space, that would help out and I think balance out some of the army camp space, and it would just be cool because we have everything except for a 3 army camp space Troupe. We have a 1 army camp, a 2, a 4, but no 3s. So I hope Supercell does that. Bring us a new Troupe that is 3 army camp space, preferably a flying Troupe, and that would be awesome. Next up on the list is Grand Warden buff. Changing the Grand Warden, the way he attacks, I think would be awesome for the game. As you can see right now, Grand Warden has a big radius. He can shoot and hit a lot of things from far distance, but if you notice, right here, he'll go for a weapon and then switch targets to whatever the P.E.K.K.A. is going for when the P.E.K.K.A. is in his radius. And I feel that's a little bit of a disadvantage because these things are closer. The Archer Tower would be right in range for him, but he's going for whatever the P.E.K.K.A. is targeting, and I feel that's a shame. Even though the P.E.K.K.A. isn't even near it, he still goes for whatever the P.E.K.K.A. wants, and I feel just having the Grand Warden target things that are proximity are in his proximity. That could even help for if troops are attacking you in the air because he will not target any troops that are attacking him or the other enemies unless there's nothing else in the way. So I think just Grand Warden being able to help out with clearing enemy troops or just targeting things that are in his path instead of going for whatever other troops target when they're not even close to it would be a beneficial thing for Grand Warden and would be nice to see. Okay guys, the next wish list that I feel should be implemented into the game, I feel there should be a new spell. So I understand it's possible that making new spell ideas could be a challenge for Supercell because, you know, there's not too much that you could do with what we already have. Everything really seems to be like a buff, a haste, or a pause, a freeze, something in that regard that just makes it easier for the troops. However, we can still have variations of spells that we have already. For example, we have a lightning spell. The lightning spell does damage in a small radius, or you can say a large radius, but it does splash damage and it doesn't pinpoint where you want it to be. If you've ever seen Clash Royale, then you'd understand that there is a spell like the poison that does splash damage and it stays focused on one area. I think it's awesome because particularly the poison spell in Clash Royale does damage to buildings. And we have that, of course, with the lightning, but we don't have a spell that targets only buildings. I think we could possibly do that. We could have, since we have poison that targets only troops and heroes, we have a lightning that targets both. We should have a spell that targets only buildings. And I think, dudes, we could have something like maybe an acid spell. Acids target, you know, wood or metal, and that would be a nice addition to the game. Have a spell that does damage over time for buildings, and I think that would be a cool idea for the game. Finally, guys, my last wish list would be for a new troupe that is more like a troupe that is not a character. If you've ever been on the builder base side over here, we have some cool troops, but check it out. We have a cannon. This is like a weapon type of troupe that isn't piloted or has a troop on it. It's just a cannon with wheels. It's a cannon cart. And I feel in Clash Royale, they also have troops that are weapons. You know, thinking of this, I have seen a weapon that could be used in Clash of Clans that was in another game I played. It was basically like a battling ram that would be used to push through units and buildings and walls. And guys, I think this would be an awesome addition to the game and kind of like in line with the era of Clash of Clans. We could have troops riding this, or it could be on autopilot on its own. I think it would be a nice addition since we only have the golem. Bringing this to the game might be pretty cool and give some variation. It could probably do, you know, splash damage, but be weaker than the golem. Who knows? But I do know that bringing a weapon type of troop into the game instead of just only characters like we have right now would be nice. And I think a new change to the game. So far, we only have the balloon, which is like kind of like a weapon. It has a bomber in it and he drops bombs. Well, that's all we've got. So, dudes, that is my top 5 wish list. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you have your own? Write it down there below so I can see it, and maybe Supercell will see it as well, and we will see how things turn out in the future of the game. So thank you guys again. This is Godson. Be sure to check me out on the next episode, and I will see you there. Godson out.